to the second video in our series. This one is going to be about cultivating more sustainability and nourishment in your business. If you are neurodivergent or chronically ill or otherwise dealing with limited energy and capacity, it's really, really important that we bake into our business things that really nourish us and that are sustainable for the long haul. So I'm Kate Dobbins. I am a business and personal coach for ADHD and autistic business owners. I've been doing it since about 2019. Before that, I was a bit of a serial entrepreneur, had many different businesses, and am mostly self-taught. So first step in restructuring your business so that it's actually supportive and accommodating of your brain, your needs, is seeing what neurotypical standards you're currently holding yourself to. So for me, it was a lot of the hustle and grind. It was you have to post every single day. You have to follow this strict posting schedule. You have to be just pouring every ounce of your energy and attention into your business. You have to do reels. It's literally any standard that you're holding yourself to that's draining you or overextending you. That can be doing reels or doing those pressurized launches or pushy selling, overcoming objections, overworking, or really anything beyond your current capacity. And that brings us to the next part of this process of restructuring your business to be more nourishing and sustainable is assessing and accepting your current capacity. So your current capacity is what energy you have without overextending, overexerting, and draining yourself. So that's literally anything that makes you overextend, anything that requires this huge recovery time. It's anything beyond what you actually have to give in any given moment. And the thing about our current capacity is that it's something that shifts, right? So especially those of you who also are dealing with chronic illnesses and stuff like that, you never know what you're going to have to work with when you wake up for the day. So it's good to assess, and ways we can assess, sorry, I have a weighted stuffy, but you can look at how long you work, how often, what times of day, what else you have going on in the week. It can be anything. But then pay attention to these activities and which ones make you feel drained, which ones are heavy, which ones you dread doing. Like for me, dread is usually a sign that I need to reassess something that is just not working for me right now. So collecting all this data will help you see where you need to pull back a little bit, do a little less, switch some things around, try a different strategy, do something different, and just generally better accommodate and support yourself. Because the thing is, if we're feeding this cycle of burnout and we just go until we burn out, burnout doesn't wait for anybody, okay? When you're burnt out and you just literally can't do anything, it's not actually helping you to have pushed and overextended to the point of burnout. And that's how we break that cycle of overextending, burning out, needing to recover, and then doing it again. So let's break up this process and do this process regularly to reassess what's working, what's supporting you, what's nourishing you, and what's draining you and costing you too much in the long run to be sustainable. So part 3, once we have identified and let go of neurotypical standards we're holding ourselves to, once we have assessed and like acknowledged, accepted our current capacity, we're not fighting it. We're not, I understand when you're like me, you're a perfectionist. You want to do everything the best, most efficient way. You want to get it done when you're doing it. We have to accept our capacity. It does not always allow us to be as efficient and productive as we want to be. But it's helpful to remind ourselves that avoiding burnout is productive. Avoiding further damage to our bodies is productive. Avoiding worsening our executive dysfunction is productive. So once we've done that, then we can look at our focus and make sure that we're focusing in the areas that are going to have the biggest impact in our business. And I like to do that by focusing in 3 different areas, which I call the root tenets of soul-led business, of purpose, passion-led business, of neurodivergent business. The root tenets are growth, connection, and invitation. So growth, always be bringing people into your world. Fresh energy builds momentum, it creates opportunity, it puts you in front of people, and it ultimately pushes you forward. Connection, create opportunities to connect by genuinely engaging with people in your community, genuinely asking questions, sharing about yourself, and creating opportunities for people to relate to you, to like, know, and trust you. And creating real connections and conversations. Like, I've had people I've been connected with that have never paid me a dime, but because we have that connection in the community, they have sent me people that have come to them and they've been like, hey, I actually think Kate can help you better than I can. Or, hey, I know someone. And that's why it's so important to build those relationships in a way that works for you. I'm not saying be available to your inbox 24/7. I'm not saying if you get 100 comments, you have to create a conversation and comment back to every single one every single time, because once again, this is all within our current capacity, right? So that leads us to invitation. So we're bringing new people in, we're building that connection. We're also going to be inviting them deeper into knowing us, into our funnel, into our offers. So talk about what you do. Talk about how you do it. Talk about why you do it. Those 3 subjects, you make a web, right? And tick off from each one of those things. You can come up with, 30, 40, however many different posts just from talking about what you do, how you do it, and why. And then also share your personal experience and also client stories in ways that are consensual. Don't be oversharing. Don't be, calling people out, but sharing client experiences, sharing your own experience, but also make clear and direct invitations into your offers regularly, whether that's your freebies, whether that's your YouTube series, whether that's your workbook, your guided meditation, whatever it is. Make offers regularly to your audience to come deeper. If you're putting all this stuff out there, people are like, great, love this person, love what they're putting out there, but there's never a call to action. There's never an invitation to come deeper, to book a free call, to download something, to go deeper in what you talk about. And if you're doing these things and you set your business up to be nourishing and sustainable, you can have a business that is profitable, impactful, sustainable, aligns with your values without burning out. Burnout does not have to be an inevitable. I know if you're like me, and for many years it was inevitable, it does not have to be. You can set it up in such a way that you don't burn out, you don't end up crashing and burning, it can be sustainable and supportive and nourishing. So if you are not holding yourself to reasonable standards, you're working within your current capacity, and you are honoring the root tenets of growth, connection, and invitation, it's hard not to move forward in your business, and it will be a lot easier to avoid burnout. So if you have any questions, feel free to comment. Feel free to check the description for a link to schedule a one-to-one call with me. And of course, you can download my free guide, Neurosupported, which will help you assess your business and implement some of these strategies I've talked about. So feel free to follow me on Threads, and thank you so much, and see you on the next one. Bye-bye.